Opening credits. A Long Life, written by Roger G. Trow, narrated by Steve Miller. Chapter 1. New Beginnings. The small village of Priddy in the county of Avon, England, had seen more than its fair share of trouble. If you stacked the bodies end to end from the Stewart farm cottages, you might suppose they would have reached all the way from the top of the driveway to the front gates. The surprising thing was that all that mayhem had gone unnoticed by the world at large, but there were a couple of sinkholes nearby that were not nearly as deep as before. The mystery of the missing persons from the village itself was another matter. It made national coverage news channels and media who picked up on the local reporting. The following is an excerpt from May the 5th Southwest News Channel coverage. How does one explain the disappearance of 13 souls from the same small village, suddenly on a fine day at the end of April? The village doctor, the sexton from the local church, St. Lawrence's, the sub-post office mistress, the postman, the publican, and several other less notable persons have all disappeared without any clue that there has been foul play anywhere in the village. There were similar numbers of persons missing from the nearby village of Westbury sub-Mindep also. The following day, the mystery deepened when police from the Wells police station, acting on an anonymous tip, had found vehicles belonging to several of the missing persons neatly parked in Stockhill Woods, beside the old abandoned Neverall Lodge. Also found with those Priddy vehicles were several from Westbury sub-Mindep village, where, by a bizarre coincidence, about the same number of persons have also been reported missing during the same period. A report that alleged that the police had found signs that the lodge had been used for witchcraft ceremonies was denied by the investigators, as being without foundation, but it was disclosed to the press that bloodstains and some personal items had been discovered inside, and forensic evidence pointed to a link with the missing former Assistant Cabinet Secretary, Astley Sinclair, also reported missing and in violation of his parole. Speculation about the disappearance of Astley Sinclair deepened when a headless and mutilated torso of a man was discovered in the woods close by to the lodge. It has been disclosed that the railway robotic porter testified that a man answering to the description of Astley Sinclair, but traveling under another name, had disembarked from the Exeter Express at Castle Cary Station on April the 28th. Forensic evidence still has to confirm that the headless torso is in fact the body of the missing Astley Sinclair. The case is still open, but the police have apparently come to a dead end. The police are now requesting members of the public to come forward if they have noticed any strangers in the area recently or have any information that may assist the police in their inquiries. By order of the public prosecutor, the Stockhill Woods has been declared a crime scene, and it has been closed to visitors, and a lock was fixed to the gate entrance to the woods. Nearby farm residents have also been questioned by the police, but it is understood that they were unable to provide any new information. At the Stewart farm, life resumed its normal patterns. The psychic warriors had departed to find fresh battles in their continuing fight against the forces of evil, but promised to keep in touch. Dr. Jim Stewart returned to tinkering with his current project in the laboratory beneath his cottage. He had been working on developing new diagnostic tools for medical purposes in collaboration with Dr. Glenda Woods, his mother-in-law, but the dramas of the past month have diverted his attention, and he had had to switch to developing his latest invention, the thought cap. His cap had many useful qualities. It acted as a shield to prevent stray thoughts from being broadcast to the whole world, and it increased the power and range of those with the telepathic ability by means of an inbuilt amplifier of brain signals. It was this latter quality that had defeated the attack of the witches at the farm on April the 30th. Now it was time to make a new beginning. Jim returned to his medical project. He considered that the products produced by the Eurozone medical manufacturers
Sample complete. Ready to continue?